Hello everyone, I'm Agar and I'm here in Sweden at the home of Tormek, and in my opinion these guys make the best sharpening system in the business. Over my almost 30 years of professional wood turner, I have found the necessity for three fundamental things in my world. The first thing, of course, is understanding my material, very important. Plenty of practice with the tools that I'm using, and ultra important, of course, is sharp tools. During this series, I'm going to share with you how I go about sharpening many of the tools that we use in the industry. The Tormek T8 is a safe, low-speed machine which quickly reproduces the most accurate grind on the bevel we're going to be able to put on our tools. Here on the sharpening station in front of me, we have some of the wide range of jigs available to the wood turner. Of course, we need to have our recipes recorded on the ferrules of our tools, so we write that down on this sticker. The turning tool setter, known as the TTS 100, which gives us the distance to place the universal support arm from the wheel we're sharpening on. The LA 120 profiled honing wheels, for honing, most important. The SVD 186 gouge jig, which also incorporates a shaft that we can place small cutters on to be sharpened. The SVS 38 allows us to sharpen some of our shorter tools. The SVS 50 multi-jig is really great because we can sharpen the roughing gouge, skew chisels, parting tools, bidans, and of course we need a tool rest for other tools such as a scraper, and this is the SVD 110. So here on the sharpening station in front of me, we have a selection of the wide variety of jigs available to the wood turner. From time to time, it's going to be necessary to true the surface of the stone due to wear and use. We simply put the TT50, which is a truing tool, which has a diamond loaded compound attached to it, even more diamonds. And I'm going to lower this just so it touches the stone, rotate it by hand. It's necessary to take time as we traverse across the surface. Between 60 and 90 seconds are recommended. So we'll turn the machine on and slowly come towards me. This sort of noise is normal. Always have to remind myself to slow down at this point. It's very easy to go too fast. As we make our way across the stone and truing it, just as we get to the edge, there is a possibility, if you're too aggressive with the way you come across the side of the stone, you may be worried about chipping a piece off. It doesn't normally happen, but to avoid this, I tend to lift it up just a little bit off the surface. Do not adjust anything on your setting. Move across till you're past the edge of the wheel, return, and then come back in the opposite direction and tidy up the edge. And you can soon hear when we've crossed that path and met the original surface. One tip I might provide here, the edges of the wheel can be quite sharp after using the truing tool. So if we take the core side of the SP650 and we just gently roll a radius on each edge, just to soften those edges away from being sharp, and we should have a softer junction on the edge just here, and we're good. The universal support arm is used to locate our jigs on. Whether we're using the tool rest in this orientation, as the wheel is coming towards the tool for long grinds such as skews and scrapers. In the other position, for more refined sharpening, for example with the SVD 186 when we're doing gouges, etc. And of course, last but not least, we also use it on the side that we do the honing. There's a wonderful choice of 5 wheels available to the wood turner, 2 stone and 3 diamond. Let's go through them. The standard stone is wonderful for all of your everyday sharpening needs. You may wish to upgrade from that to the black silicon stone, a little harder, so slightly slower wearing, great for high-speed steel tools, and you can even touch up your carbide with this one. I also use it for sharpening my drill bits. Moving to the diamond wheels, we have a 360 grit, which is more coarse, therefore we would rough or reshape a tool with this before final sharpening. Then for sharpening, the 600 and also the really fine 1200 grit. Also notice that we have now a complete wall to sharpen on the side of these wheels, a huge advantage for some tools. This is incorporated with the MB100, which allows us to get a tool and using existing jigs to work on the side of that wheel. Finishing off with this wonderful component here, which is a fluid called the ACC 150, and this is an anti-corrosion fluid which stops rust particles forming on any of the wheels when we use them. All in all, a great range. Okay, once we've prepared the machine by grading and truing the stone, we're now ready to proceed and sharpen some tools.